Doesn't seem like it's actually Wako in the lineup for Ultra Prime tonight. They have a AD carry by the name of Baye, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who this guy is.
Into the middle of the map, we can see though that might just be a little bit of a trade here. This is becoming a little bit more commonplace, but XQW potentially caught out.
Yeah, he's stuck in the pit. Cease and Desist gonna follow his flash over the wall. Bullet time lined up beautifully with the Cease and Desist, and the BLG Junior squad being able to link up together on Ultra Prime for first blood.
Really be looking for these plays on the map. I think things are going to continue to be in favor of Ultra Prime. I think the more things slow down, you can look at LGD potentially playing a more standard game state, and I think that could theoretically favor them, but they're not done with the action just yet.
Are we sending the Pantheon Ultimate right on top here? I mean, this is kind of tricky. Saber is under fire, though, and nicely done for LGD to at least get 1-for-1 so far, ending up being a 2v1 against for LGD's favor. Zhang teleporting to the top lane, at least helping defend this turret. Junhao waiting in the wings, all leaning onto Zhang. Good flash away. Junhao looking for Nio, who is taking up the turrets. Just one more auto attack, but a good taunt by XQW's Galio. And now Junhao is compromised, forced to flash away with the Vault Breaker as well. Zhang will not survive the turret dive, and LGD rocket ahead, 3 kills to 2. But Saber making the difference here with the teleport into the Weaver's wall. LGD members are isolated and cut off. Hex Slash from Xiaosha looking for this Corki. No flash on the AD carry of LGD. The pulverized combo comes in. XQW tries to buy space and deter Saber from being able to lock up Xiaoya with Xiaosha. YCX now arrives to the party. Unchained pop by Xiaosha. Junhao not able to get in range, and somehow LGD walk away without dropping any more members. Too large of a gold lead for their overall better team fighting composition here.
Yeah, for Ultra, well, I don't even get a chance to speak. We got to play topside.
Yeah, Zhang is in trouble. No flash. So that's an easy collapse as LGD has a little bit of their own global power, but Zhang is able to at least sustain for a decent bit. But the fact that XQW TPs towards the top side, just to guarantee no funny business happens from Ultra Prime.
Lead, it's disintegrated because of the 4 assists, and now top lane turret's going to be in danger. It's going to look like they're going to try to go on XQW to potentially try and punish.
Well played by Junhao, waiting to use the cease and desist until the taunt comes out so he can buffer through that CC window.
It's just been a bit unfortunate that his team has been targeted so much, and it's happening again bot side.
Damn.
Saber is dead.
Saber, play safe, brother. Unfortunately, 3v1, not going to happen.
We're going to play as 3, we're going to play as 4, and I think it was very proper to call out at the beginning of this game that a lot of these players played together, you know, for a long time. You know, YCX and XQW coming up from that LGD.
Baye and Xiaosha.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice pullback as we see the lower graphic here for Baye, just to remind you guys that he's coming in as the new AD carry for Ultra Prime in this final Secure the Dragon, the thing that I think they were really fighting over in the end. It ends up going over to LGD, and so an avenue that we saw for Ultra Prime to potentially start generating some stats for the later part of the game, no longer going to be nearly as easy for them, and and that's exactly what they need. They need time, they need the ability to play the side lanes, but they're gonna go for the engage here themselves.
Okay, flash taunt by XQW right on top of Junhao, and now Xiaosha is in trouble as well. At least Baye's bullet time creates some space here and damages LGD's front line, but it's not enough to force them back. Xiaosha forced to flash.
Lockdown that if you get caught up, if you go a little bit too far forward like Junhao actually did there, it's just impossible to pull something back. That being said, at least they're getting the bot lane tier 1 here in York's favor. He's kind of pulled a lot of that gold back, even with Sasa still having some pressure on the top side here as XQW...
And you know what? I think it's definitely, you know, ringing true here for Nio, even though I think in most normal setups for teams, Ultra Prime having to dedicate all their members here because they need this dragon fight to work out for themselves. Otherwise, the fear of falling further behind is in the sights for them. Public execution right on top of Baye, and he's forced to flash away. He doesn't even get a chance to channel the bullet time. The new guy on the squad for Ultra Prime is the first one to fall, and that means the rest of the Ultra Prime core is surely to follow. Double kill for Sasa on the Ambessa, and the rest of Ultra Prime are forced to flee. Full series win against Ultra Prime.
Yeah, they're definitely setting themselves up to be in the best position possible, and for Ultra Prime now, what do you even do? Like, you still need to play side lanes. Your win condition doesn't change. You still have to play through Yorick. You have to try. Not really going to have a huge contest here. But again, I just want to highlight Sasa for how important he's been, because the Mbessa is not a free win in this matchup. Yorick in general is a pretty hard lane matchup, as we saw. And Vi, again, traditionally considered to be a counter. You got to give a ton of credit where it's due for how well this top laner's played. And now with Otacon for these fights, they already were favored in the 5v5s. It becomes even more disastrous for Ultra Prime moving forward.
That's right.
He wants to make is available, and right now that's the bot lane play.
Nio is a little bit isolated at the moment, and Sasa is not quite in range for the public execution. Nio locked in with that dark procession. Public execution finally locks down one Jong. And now Nio is in trouble. Bullet Time is going to rip him apart. XQW, though, flies to the rescue with that hero's entrance. And what? So true to the name. That is for XQW, as he now single-handedly turns around the fight. The rest of the reinforcements have arrived for LGD, and Ultra Prime remaining members are forced to retreat.
With a gigantic ultimate onto a primary target, and no damage is coming out from Yorick, and things just get so murky, so messy. That's third dragon now going over to LGD. We're going to get a replay here.
And, you know, for their credit, the Xiaosha is forced to flash over the wall. Actually, we're going to save this point.
Xiaosha is not making it out, I don't think.
Nope. Not going to be the case. You know, unfortunately, that cow tried to do his damnedest to make it out alive. It's not going to be the case. Oh, I didn't even consider this. Shout out to producer Kelsey for getting a little bit of extra narrative flavor here. The fact that LGD Youth against BLG Junior was able to 3-0 this squad in the final for the Summer Lower Bracket Final goes to show that the story remains the same, at least for the core of LGD's squad against Ultra Prime's new core for this squad, as they continue another kill onto Saber's Talia, following up on the death of Junhao's Vi.
Time there onto the mid laner, and it did maybe a quarter of his health bar. Like, we are really hitting the point where it's just becoming difficult to even see an angle for Ultra Prime to get back into the game. What I really want to point out in terms of why Ultra Prime are in this position is,
you know, kind of the punishment of the play as well in response. And once your Yorick and Talia are starting to decelerate at the hands of LGD, maybe the Ultra Prime core that was formerly on this BLG Junior squad felt, okay, it's up to us to bring it back, you know, trying to rely on that LDL synergy that they were able to really master together as a squad. Unfortunately, not strong enough to gain a gold advantage against LGD as the siege continues into the base.
Yeah, we're just looking at LGD perfect. The art of pushing into the base here is there's really no way for Ultra Prime to be able to stop everything that's happening. The moment that one of Ultra Prime's members step up, they're almost instantly going to get bursted down by either this Corki or this Pantheon because of the gold difference. We're just going to have to see who the sacrificial lamb ends up being to potentially buy them some space. It's a nice flick on, though, and Xiaosha's going to be the one to go in.
Oh, but Nio's about to send it with the Grand Starfall, finding his way into the backline. XQW follows up beautifully with the hero's entrance. Saber is under fire as Sasa rips him apart, dancing around in that Drakehound step. And just like that, it's a 5-0 ace on the side of LGD. And with this push into the base, it's official. LGD will join EDG from Group Nirvana, and we'll see them in the play-in stage for playoffs.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.